Welcome back to the Phantom Gourmet. Did you know that Americans consume over 10 billion donuts every year? And if you haven't noticed, we do more than our fair share here in New England. So today, Dave Andelman is here to talk about some of the region's best donut spots. You know, Dave, it's funny. Southern California claims to be the donut capital of the country, but really, it kind of all started right here.
Yeah. Look, we're Boston guys through and through. I don't want to hear about California. It is a morally and fiscally bankrupt state.
True.
Dunkin' Donuts was invented right here in 1950 in Quincy. There's 10,000 of them now worldwide, the highest concentration in Boston and in Providence. I drink their coffee every day of my life, but there are some mom and pop donut shops that are really surviving and thriving.
Yeah, they are, and they're doing it kind of old school. Now, let's start at one place that really is one of the strangest, wackiest, quirkiest places we've ever been to. It's called Union Square Donuts in Somerville. An interesting place, to say the least.
Yeah, very weird. They only open a few days a week, and, you know, most donut places or bakeries open at like 4 in the morning.
Right.
They don't open till 9.
They open at 9 in the morning.
They must like to party. I don't know. They open at 9 o'clock. So you go in there, and you get these delicious, gourmet, fresh donuts. It's just a tiny room with a few racks, Dan. People line up early. These are yeast-based donuts, so they're very light and fluffy. They've got chipotle chocolate, cherry hibiscus, honey almond, and Dan, your food fantasy has come true with the maple bacon donut.
Oh, my Lord.
All right, this one costs $3.50 as opposed to the others that cost $3, and it's worth it. It's covered in a delicious dark maple glaze, topped with big hunks of smoky, salty bacon. And this combination of sweet and salty, Danny, is just incredible.
I know people say that this show shows a lot of food porn.
That's it right there. You're
yeah,
looking at it.
I'm getting a little hot and bothered over here. All right, let's go to another great mom and pop, old school donut shop. Legendary Kane's Donuts in Saugus. They've been doing it a long time.
Danny, I make an annual 5 a.m. pilgrimage to Kane's Donuts. I get there before everybody else. I wait for the honeydew glazed donut to come right off the rack. Oh, my God. It is better than any candy you've ever had in your life, Dan. They just make the best donuts. They still do the Bismarck, which is that long jelly donut with the cream on top. And I recommend the Colossal Coffee Roll. I mean, this thing, Danny, is bigger than my head, which I admit is not that big to begin with, but this thing is giant. It can feed 4 people. It's like a coffee cake more than a coffee roll. It is wonderful.
Yeah, that's a beast of a coffee roll right there. All right, now let's take a trip up to Wells, Maine. A lot of these mom and pop donut shops, somehow they've been around for literally decades. Congdon's Donuts has been there a long time, and it's a big place.
Oh, yeah, what a great spot this is. Definitely worth the drive. It's a full-service restaurant. They do breakfast all day, but they're famous for their handmade donuts made in small batches. They're flipped in the fryer with the old school wooden sticks. They have incredible honey dip donuts. They're famous for their jelly donuts packed with incredible red raspberry jam. But the best item is the donut hole. Dan, for years, I've been lobbying for more restaurants to do breakfast appetizers. That's basically what this is. It's only $3 for an order, and it is a perfect bite. While you're waiting for your breakfast, it goes great with coffee.
Excellent idea. All right, now last but not least, let's go out to Worcester County, a place called N&J Donuts in Oxford, Massachusetts. This seems like the kind of coffee shop you remember from when you were growing up. You know?
I can just remember this place like in the heyday of donuts, which I think was in the 1950s, like construction guys smoking, reading the paper, drinking coffee,
right,
and eating these donuts. I mean, can't you just see it? They're known for the marble crullers, and believe it or not, they make great pizza bagels. The best item is the extra large chocolate frosted donut. This thing is giant. It's like 4 times the size of a regular donut, nice and light, fluffy, great chocolate glaze on top. Dan, this thing is bigger and better than a birthday cake.
I love it. It's a foot-long chocolate frosted donut. Very light, very light, nice and light. There it is, everybody. Now go get your donuts. And